What up, y'all? I'd like to welcome y'all back to Humble City Real. You know, the show I talk about things I like, things I don't like, things I know, things I think I know, whatever else happened to come across my mind. Like always, before we get off into the video and the subject matter, I want y'all to go ahead and dip in and go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and tap on there, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Rob Safarian. Follow me on Instagram, that Humble City Real podcast. Tell me what you like about the video. Tell me what you don't like about the video. Hit those likes, hit the don't like, share your comments, and as always, go ahead and share the video. Definitely make sure you share the video, whether you think I'm saying some stupid stuff or you think I'm saying some real stuff. Share the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. With boxing, you know, it's still a beautiful sport. Still a beautiful sport. Still good to watch. And so I get into what I watched tonight on pay-per-view, right? One of the things this particular event, I think I kind of got some answers for boxing, as far as going forward. Now, I know we want the heavyweights to step in, but none of these was heavyweight cards that was watching. It was pretty much all welterweight, lightweight, and stuff like that. But if those, that's the powers to be, the movers, the shakers, whatever like that, if they need to take note on this Saturday's fight card. One of the things that I noticed, it's two things as far as I think in a technical aspect, and then one just in a maybe a financial aspect / what the fans want to see aspect. So I'm gonna start off with the technical aspect of what I've seen, and this is not me saying I'm just this guy, I just know all the boxing and fightings, right? One thing this is across the board in any profession, any job, any place, any state. Work ethic, right? Work ethic. Work ethic is definitely big. Actually, it's actually part of both. But I got to start off with this part just because, and work ethic really fell into it. One of the main storylines of the fight card today was, I'm going to say conditioning, right? But in the skill set of it, it was like attacking conditioning, right? So anybody ever watched anybody train? We seen Floyd run 50,000 miles, do 30,000 sit-ups and stuff. So conditioning is definitely part of it. And so when I speak about the conditioning, body shots was definitely a major factor in these fights, with the exception of I think the first fight, I think dude broke his hand, and so stopped it. But in the other fights, it was like fighting, boom, 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 but it was some body shots that was really taking guys out. It was guys getting dropped with body shots, guys losing because of that body shot. And anybody, I think I posted a video of anybody saying, I definitely need to get my ass back in the gym and work out. Not to say that I'm ready to take body shots or ready to get in the ring, but as a slim guy, I shouldn't have gut like that, right? So that plays into your stamina. Yes, running and getting that wind up is good, but if you can't get your stuff solid and locked up enough, body shots are dropping. And it finished off a lot of the guys, and it led all the way up into the main card where you seen what the conditioning and body shots really entail, right? So what I end up noticing in the main event, right? And so this is where you get off into the second part of work ethic, right? Davis versus Barrios, you seen ultimate work ethic. Shout out to Barrios. He gave Davis a fight. It was not like a one-sided event, Davis won because he made I won't say made like he was, he had the scoring thing with the knockdowns. He had the knockdowns, and that worked. And not to say that he would have lost if he had not got those knockdowns, because it wasn't like he was just losing like that. They was fighting. Them boys was fighting. So shout out to Barrios, who's giving him a hell of a hard time. Barrios fought Gevonta Davis like a guy who has a height and reach advantage as opposed to fight a short guy, i.e., Buster Douglas. People can knock about the Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson shit however you want to. He fought Mike Tyson the way a person who has the reach with, decent enough of power and strength is supposed to fight a person who's known as a power puncher and is shorter than me and is at a reach disadvantage. He fought Gevonta like that. Gevonta, in turn, fought him like, as a short fighter is supposed to fight a taller fighter. And it was like the nuances of it all, let's go with Barrios. Barrios, he was, sometimes taller fighters feel like, and it's logically it's right. I'm just going to keep jabbing him, keep my jab in his face. Boom, because he ain't gonna be able to get it close, and it was right. And that works. You gotta have your straight jab gotta come over. If you right-handed, you gotta come over with whatever. Like, however, one of the things I noticed Barrios was doing, it wasn't just these. It was people traditionally know a hook. They thinking hook. But they are short range hooks help. Short range hooks help so much to where when judges score cards, a short range hook falls in this blank space of jabs and power punches. Because as it comes out, it's jab, and he might, and it's a more than a, them bow. So it's coming. Those punches affect a boxing match like incredibly. So, and Barrios was sending jabs, and he was sending these short range hooks like bow, sending these short range hooks towards like they help his stance as a skilled fighter, whereas he has the reach, and his reach is still being used, and it's not being negated by him dipping it and taking his arm back, and now here it goes, and that long ass arm got to extend. It was he was getting with Davis. Davis, on the other hand, was feeling those things, and I've never really noticed a short fighter really do this, and they probably have done it, but I never seen it or noticed it. Davis started figuring out the way to negate the jab. And the way that he negated the jab was like not just trying to push in and rush in, but as he went in, he was going, and he just kept slapping the jab arm, slapping the jab hand like the glove, not the arm. And I heard different types of things in history of boxing. They punched guys in their arm and shit, try to, boom, frog them, whatever, get that arm weak. But this is a whole nother tactic of weakening the arm. They're both right-handed. So he know that jab is right, so left hand is right, so he just kept slapping at it, like my mic, slapping at it, and he just kept hitting the glove down, knowing that that's putting pressure on that arm. They whatever the weight pounds of the gloves, the gloves have weight to them, so your arms will get tight. Anybody ever did any type of training with boxing, whether you was trying to work out or do it, gloves get heavy, and over time you are tired, your arms just naturally get heavy. And Gevonta was doing that. And that was part of the keys to Gevonta Davis winning. But it was like, that was raw watching them both play on each other's strengths and weaknesses and trying to You know what I'm saying? And that's why I went 12 rounds. I mean, Gevonta got, technically he got the knockout anyway with TKO. But he got the 2 knockdowns and with the 8th round and then the 12th round. But it went that way because of work ethic. Like, not too many fighters is even thinking about stuff like that. Like, your shorter boxers, they trying to get in, so I'll get this one because I can't sit out on this outside and take these jabs all day. Your tall boxers trying to jab the hell out of them until they just hope that and they can catch that combination outside of being up close. Another trinket in there, and it was funny, because like I say, it wasn't like Davis was just winning the fight. They were pretty much tit for tat, where judges can make decisions. And Floyd came to the side of the ring and said to Gevonta, "Hey, on the unofficial card, you down." Gevonta looked at him kind of like, "What?" And Floyd, "Hey man, I'm being honest with you. On the unofficial card, you down on the unofficial card. I don't know what them judges saying over there, but on the unofficial card, you down. What you gonna do? Show me you a legend. You know what I'm saying? Show me what you gonna do, man. You won't." And Gevonta, kicked into another gear and he started working his angles and won. That right there was good ass boxing right there. Like that was good ass boxing. Like, Floyd, who was there present, you got fighters and stuff. De La Hoya and a few other people that got fighters. The Bob Arons, the Al Haymans, the Don King, all that. If y'all ain't take notice on this, then as the saying is going that boxing is done, if y'all ain't take notice on that, then I guess, you have not done nothing to dispel that narrative. If y'all watch that fight and watch the whole fights, all the fights for this night, but that fight right there, y'all need to be in these trainers' ears, start saying, "Hey, this is how you need to tell your fighter to figure out how to negate these particular situations to where it's in hopes that he can." Because then, if anything, we are going to definitely get a good fight, and you are giving your fighter a better chance to win. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying if your short fighter, your 5'5" fighter, 5'7", 5'8" fighter fight this 6'1", 6'2" fighter, that he's automatically gonna win if he takes everything that he's seeing this Gevonta Davis fight and win. Or in the Barrios angle too. It's not that, but y'all gotta take notice. That's what made that joint go. It was raw, man. It was a good fight, man. So, for the big wigs of boxing, hey man, get yourself together, man. Make that shit happen.